Last night, I had a chance to go to the IMAX headquarters and go to a special screening of Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Now, should be said, I am not the world's biggest Harry Potter fan. I'm not. I like the movies. I enjoy them. I like Harry Potter, but I'm not a Potterhead. You know what I mean? So I'm not like intricately connected to that world like, say, I am to Star Wars or something like that, right? So I'm not the most knowledgeable guy in the world about Harry Potter. I've seen all the movies, never read any of the books. And I liked Fantastic Beasts. The first one, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I liked the movie. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought the trailers for this new one looked pretty good, though. I've been excited to see it. So last night, went off to go see it. And I'll tell you what, I know it's getting some mixed reviews from some critics. Last time I checked, it's holding about a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means the majority of the critics like it, but there's a bunch of them that don't. That's fine. I'm going to tell you what, I really liked this movie. I did. I'm not going to say it's my favorite Potter film, Potter universe film of all time, but I will say this, it's been a while since I've enjoyed a Harry Potter movie like this. And it was a very different kind of Harry Potter universe movie. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was obviously a very different kind of movie, but it felt very much like a Harry Potter movie. You know, obviously a different story, different characters, but it felt very much like a Harry Potter movie, and that's not a bad thing. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald is far darker than I think any Harry Potter movie has been. This is a dark film. It's a heavy film. And oh my God, I'm going to tell you this. You know how they started this campaign with like keep the secret, don't reveal the secret. They're begging people not to reveal big spoilers. I know now. I know why now. Now I know why. And it completely justified. Because remember we were talking about when they started that whole campaign of keep the secret, we thought, okay, so is there a real big thing that happens in the movie? Or is it just a publicity stunt, a PR gimmick to get people talking about it? It's not a publicity stunt. There is a major, major event in the movie. And so just as they were saying, keep the secret because there's big secrets there, they weren't lying. They weren't lying. There is. And I enjoyed it. It's heavy. It's dark. It's all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I enjoyed most about it, and what I was looking forward to most about this movie, was the whole dynamic, the Grindelwald-Dumbledore dynamic. Now, don't get me wrong. Newt Scamander is the main character of the film. And the lion's share of this movie is spent with him. But at center stage in this movie was Dumbledore and Grindelwald and the dynamic of their relationship. And it's almost a mystery. They treat the nature of their relationship and their connection like a mystery through the film that slowly starts to get revealed. And I'll tell you what, I found it to be a fascinating journey. I really did. And Grindelwald, look, he don't look as scary as Voldemort, but I'll put him up there with as terrifying a villain as Voldemort in the Harry Potter universe. I got to tell you guys, I liked it. Now, one of the things you should be made aware of, the first Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them had a lot of levity and a lot of humor. You had some comedic side characters and things like that. There is a lot less of that in this movie. And, I went to go see the movie with my buddy Cody last night, and we came out and Cody was like, man, I kind of wish they still had some of that comedic side character stuff that went on in the first one. And I said, you know what? I like the comedic side character stuff in the first one. But now that I reflect on the tone of this movie, I almost feel like that abundance of comedic levity that we had in the first one, it would have felt out of place. It would have felt out of place to me. It really would have. So it was deep. It was dark. It goes heavy into Potter lore, a lot of that kind of stuff, some new revelations, all that kind of stuff. Now, one of the questions that a lot of people are going to be asking is, okay, great, but there was a lot of controversy around the casting of Johnny Depp. How did Johnny Depp do in the movie? And I'm going to tell you what, Depp might have been my favorite thing about this movie. He was. Johnny Depp crushed this role. Now, whether you're somebody who ends up liking Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald or not, I think you're going to agree, once you see it, Johnny Depp kills it. He really does. He makes this character, number one, terrifying, but at the same time plays him in such a way that you could understand why there are other members of the wizarding world rallying to him. He's terrifying, yet he's charismatic, and they play it in such a way that it just works from a narrative point of view. And again, to me, he was my favorite part of the movie. I enjoyed him immensely. And of course, Newt was great, and Tina was great, and Dumbledore is great, and all that kind of stuff too. But to me, the standout of the film was Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. If he didn't work, this film doesn't work, because of the nature and the tone of the film that they went by. And by the way, Ezra Miller's really solid in this movie too. Ezra Miller is really damn solid in this movie too. So look, is this the best Harry Potter universe movie ever made? No, it's not. But is it a really good film? I enjoyed it immensely. I really did. Now understand, once again, take that with the half grain of salt that I'm not a Potterhead. I'm not a Potterhead. So maybe a Potterhead will look at this movie and have a different experience. I don't know. But just as a general film-going fan, I really appreciated what they did in this film. I felt it could have been a little bit shorter. There is a gratuitous action sequence that did not need to be in the movie. There's a scene, and I won't give away what the scene is, but there's a scene in the movie, and I remember me and Cody were talking about when we were driving home, that felt like, you know, The Last Jedi with that Canto Bight scene where the horses get out and they start running? That whole action sequence had no bearing on the narrative of the movie. It didn't need to be there. There is an action sequence in this movie as well that's kind of like that, and that probably should have been taken out. A few other little nitpicks here and there, but overall, look, as a non-Harry Potter fanatic, I got to tell you, I like this movie, and I think you will too. Give it a shot when you do, and once you do, let me know what you think about it. I thought it was pretty damn solid. I had a good time with it.